Welcome everybody to the Keys to Wisdom channel. All 12 of my subscribers. I was actually thinking about this earlier today when I kind of laid down. I didn't take a nap. I was just laying down thinking about some stuff. But here just a minute ago, I looked, I seen, all right, I got 12 subscribers. And I started up the channel on the 10th of November, 21 days ago. And today is 12/1 of 2022. I said, man, could it be a worse omen than that, right? 21 days ago, I opened up. I got 12 subscribers. And today is 12/1, December 1st, right? C-lock, right? C 1221, clockwise motion, 112, representing the whole thing. I said, man, first I was going, wow, I just opened up. 12's not that bad to have, right? Then I think about the 21 days and today being 12/1, right? I didn't even think of that when I opened it up on the 10th of November, right? I wasn't thinking about dating, opening it up, right? Perhaps I would have waited a day and opened it up on the 11/11 thing, right? But I put out 11/11 videos and I don't get any any subscribers or action, right? So I was thinking about it earlier when I'm laying down in bed. I said, what's going on here with this lack of everything spreading? I'm trying to cover interesting topics. I'm trying to do things that are unique that nobody can see done anywhere else, right? I'm trying to give out value in return for anybody coming, free downloads, use all that stuff I want, right? Even if they're gematria people and don't want to use to find large fish, right? There's 10 different forms of gematria on that calculator, right? And any of those big believers in any of those forms of gematria can go right on there and take their best work and go head to head with the fine large fish. But still, right, I think of a big part of everything is I tried to tag stuff up to get widespread, but I don't think I really know how to do that like some of these young advanced people, right, know how to make up the craziest any type of shit old videos. They can make it up and tag it right and get it circulated around, and it's completely useless waste of everybody's time, but they'll get hundreds of thousands or millions of views on it, right? They know how to do it. They can do it over and over and over and over again with the skimpiest little crap, that there is. I was sitting there today and thinking, and when I'm laying in bed, I said, you know what? If I would have opened up a channel and said talking out my ass, right? Name the channel talking out my ass, and I literally only took videos of myself farting, different lengths of time, whatever, right? Fart compilations, and I put them together, I'd probably have many, many times more subscribers right now than I do putting out the type of stuff that I put out. That, at least in my opinion, is entirely unique and going into a bunch of interesting stuff, right? I've done a little bit of trying to market the stuff, right? I'm trying to tag things properly and learn about how to do some of that so that, if somebody's looking for a subject, right, looking for videos on a certain subject, if it's one that I'm talking about, I'd like them to be able to at least find it somewhere, right? So I probably got to improve on that, but I at least been trying to, right? I put in all kinds of tags, everything that it's about. It just doesn't seem to work for me, right? The other night I was just watching a old, they call them wrestling shoot interviews, and I like to watch some of the old time wrestlers from back when I was a kid watching wrestling, watch them talk about all the different stuff that happened in the life of the wrestlers, right? Not really. They do talk some about the matches and stuff, from back in the day when they were wrestlers, are mostly old and retired, but I like to hear them tell about the life story and how it was living on the road, going from town to town to town, and who they traveled with, and different stories like that. So I was watching that, and right up in the list of recommendations, it's all wrestling except for then the boom. There's this one lady called Roxanne, and she's got something about prophetic, so many keys or something to unlocking your prophetic potential or whatever. And I'm like, I go to myself, I said, how is she getting featured up in here on this little list here? It's not even anything to do about wrestling. Then I look at her channel, and she's just starting out. She's got less than 50 subscribers. She had 40, a little bit less than 40 subscribers when I looked at her, when I looked at the video. And I listened in to what she had to say. And after I went there and I left a comment, I did end up subscribing uh, to help her out as she's getting going. But I left a little comment saying how nice it was to see a strong woman using today's choice to stand up and do some teaching. I said, but it's such a shame that for so long none of the women ever had that choice, no matter how strong they were. The entire time I left the video on there, a comment on her video, and then she, did a little reply back the next day or something, saying, yeah, thanks for the comment. I agree, and I'm trying to do my best to use the opportunity we have today that the women never had before, right? And I will probably watch some more of her videos. I'm not real big into that. Everybody can be a prophet and all kind of stuff like that. And I'm not, you know, she's strong into all the pronouns. He, like crazy. That kind of what I try to get out of that into neutrality, or at least mention he and she at the same time, man. But that just for the fact that she's a woman standing up trying to teach, like women should have always been standing and teaching the entire time. I subscribe to her channel, and I'm going to stay subscribed to her channel and watch some videos here and there, right? But somehow she got featured right up there. Just a channel beginning and a topic that's not even about anything else, anything that I'm watching, and she's featured up on the side, right? I don't know if she's advanced and knows how to do stuff like that, or YouTube just happens to select her out and for some reason say, hey, this guy would be interested in what this brand new person is doing and talking about prophetic keys and things like that. But it was right there in the list, right? But really, it's not all about exposure. If I could get it spread out, right, I'm sure I would pick up some more viewers. But I have actually been putting out on a couple different websites stuff, and when I do put it out at these websites, I get more views than I do on the normal stuff, the videos where I don't put any outside links out. I get extra views, but I'm not picking up any subscribers. So it's the extra people from having a little bit more stuff out there coming in or watching, and they're not getting interested enough to subscribe to the channel, right? Whatever. right? But to me, it's a little bit disheartening, and I'm wondering why is it not picking up here, right? No, 21 days, right? 3 weeks is not that long. And eventually here, those numbers will shift off of 21 days and 12 subscribers on 12/1 of 2022. In fact, you got some hours left to change those numbers for me and subscribe to me, right? Maybe they'll change the other way. Well, you go to 11, right? But that was a little bit of me, something in me looking at it, right? Doing the math and knowing the word, the values of the word, right? 21 days, 12 subscribers, 12/1/22, right? Not a good omen, right? But that's where everything here on earth began, too, right? It's another thing I got to think about, right? So, yeah, it sucks. 12, 12/21. Only 112, right? It sucked. Well, that's the beginning of all the light and the beginning of earth. That's where everything here started too. And everything here has a different destination. It's gonna end back at the 12/12 where it began, right? And all of that fucking super slanted he pronoun stuff and everything to do with God that bothers me and drives me up a wall, right? That's all eventually gonna end, and it'll all be 50-50, just like it was before all this mess got started. So, right, I can't completely say that it's a totally bad omen to have 12 subscribers after 21 days on 1/12 or 12/1 December 1st, right? Because that's the same spot all of us are starting, and we all have the same destination at the end, no matter what, no matter how messy and shitty it is here the whole time, from C to whatever series, around and around we go, wherever it ends, right? I have found the beginning, right? So I don't really have to seek the end because it's right there at the beginning, right? Which is not that C 12/21. It's the AB 12/12 with the B lock off of the B, two vowels, male, female, equal, one and the same, right? From before the found anion foundation. So there is hope, right? I'm not completely cursed that I've got this big old mark of the C here on me today. 21 days later, 12 subscribers later on 12/1. Right. So with that, wanted to show my face. I want to do some videos here where I'm just talking sometimes too, and perhaps going over other things without any numbers involved at all. That's what a lot of people are more comfortable with, because that's all they've ever known, right? There's a lot of things that we can look into in terms of just looking at our words and different symbols and stuff like that without involving all of the numbers. And there is quite a bit of wisdom that we can be had without even using any numbers at all, right? Those numbers, the numbers and everything I show you, it's a huge part of it, but it's not all of it, right? There's a ton of other stuff that we can do out there. We don't need to have all the math and everything going all the time. We can just have some kind of a conversation going, right? In fact, I've learned a ton over the years from people who are just looking at stuff and interpreting what they're seeing and then trying to explain that to other people, right? That's especially from some strong women. I've learned some things, right? They don't have many of the numbers, but they're able to share with me and plenty of wisdom in different ways, in different forms of the symbolism in the words, and just by sharing what they're scene, right? So I also want to make more of these videos and make that clear that it's not all going to be here just about these numbers, these numbers, these numbers, these numbers, these numbers, these numbers, and that's it, right? There's other ways to go about things and to get to places as well. So, and I want to make some videos every so often to show my ugly face, how big my beard is growing. No shave November, successful. No heat November, successful. And today on December 1st, I still haven't turned the heater on, and I think I'm going to be going no shave December on top of it. My little niece said, "Well, you can be Santa." Because I was saying, "You see my gray hairs here? Oh, you can be Santa." I really have to stuff my deal for that, and I didn't want to get into all of the deals with the anagrams about Santa and other things, right? She's only 2 years old at this time, right? I just smiled and laughed because she's trying to compliment me, right? Even though she's that young, right? I'm showing her gray hair so she knows Santa Claus is always showing me gray hair. So she's telling me, "You could be Santa." I said, "Oh man, I hope not. I hope not, right?" But anyways, with that, good night, and like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you think that's what you should do to get me off of that CLOCK 1221, especially. And have a nice night.